Not my girl coming for me because I was 2 minutes late.
That was like 7 minutes. We're all waiting. All three of us are waiting.
Oh, stop it. I was all in a quandary because I was on my Twitter and I saw this. They're coming for my Stephen Bartlett.
I don't know who that is.
Dare they? I have spoken about him in the past. He's like an entrepreneur.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's a good guy. Let me say hello to everyone first. Let me say hello to, we've got comments in there. Oh, we've got Sue Slimer in here from Lancashire. I'm not sure. Lancashire, Ford, Worthington. There's no such place. But anyway, hey, Star. How are you? I hope you're well. Sorry we're late. Has anyone seen Edna? Has she been around? No? Okay.
I saw her last night in my my premiere.
Oh, okay. I wasn't around there. I missed that. It was good, by the way.
It was. I did it pretty late.
Yeah, it was good though, and amusing. So let me just have a quick look because I've got him up here now. Let me just have a quick look at what they're saying. I literally went onto there just before going live and I got lost in the story. So apparently they're picking up on him because he platforms a lot of like experts. Okay. So this one here says, interesting to see the BBC air details of Stephen Bartlett's platforming pseudoscience when BBC local radio gave airtime multiple times in 2022, 2023 to Educo cult recruiter Ranjith Singh Sidhu. Yeah, so it looks as if they are going for him because of the people that he's platforming on his channel. I tell you, in my opinion, you can't get much more squeaky clean than Stephen Bartlett. I think he's a genuine guy. I've not seen anything to make me think otherwise.
That's the one that had interviewed Trevor Noah.
Yes.
Put that clip up. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Do you know Trevor Noah?
Yeah, of course.
My daughter went to see him the other week and she thinks he's wonderful. And yeah, they're obviously buddies because she's also been to see Stephen Bartlett as well. And I think she said when she saw Trevor Noah the other week, was it last week? I think Stephen Bartlett was in the auditorium as well. He was at the show as well. So I'm just like, oh, come on, don't come for him. Leave him alone. So by the look of it here, it says BBC News, Stephen Bartlett sharing harmful health misinformation in Diary of a CEO podcast. Diary of a CEO is his podcast. You might be interested in that, Bridge.
I've seen it. Yeah, I've seen a couple of his videos on YouTube.
I think he's really good. So I thought, let me have a look through quickly. And of course, you're going to get all these people come out slagging him off. Yeah, of course he's horrible. Hey, Kalari. Member for 3 months. Thank you. You're listening. You're still kicking your sinus infection. Oh no, I feel you. I feel your pain. I suffer with sinuses problems as well.
Me too.
We've got Sasha in the house. Why wasn't I at the premiere? Because I was in my bed.
Yeah.
Sasha. Have you noticed how everyone's realised how soft I am? So they just come on and tell me off. Oh my God. Anyway, shut your face, Sasha. Anyway, so I just thought we'd just have a quick look to see what they're saying. My computer does not like too many things open.
You
Let me
still
tell
haven't
you.
fixed it. Look, start a GoFundMe for a new computer, Jan.
I need to
Talk
do
about you.
that.
Yeah.
I need to do that. Have you ever seen this? Have you ever this guy, I've forgotten what his name is really good. Let me just play. See if this will play. Hang on.
Know that every single day I've followed that signal of how I feel. So there is no regret. I don't care about getting old because I feel like every year I've done it. I've followed myself. How did you feel 100 years ago? Nothing. That was peace. I didn't feel anything. It wasn't painful. It wasn't suffering. It wasn't anything. He goes, well, that's how you feel in 100 years' time. So this life is special because I'm here for maybe until I'm 40, maybe till I'm 90. But every decision I'm making, what I drink, how I spend my time, I know that every single day I've followed that signal of how I feel. So there is no regret. I don't care about getting old because I feel like every year I've done it. I've followed myself.
Yay! Big up to the Stephen. That's what I say. I can't help it. I get all excited. What are you writing about in chat? Oh, we're going to get to know her well pretty soon. Who?
Kalari said that she doesn't know about Jill.
She's a weird one.
Yes, she is.
A weird one.
Yes.
I think I remember her saying once to me, well, let's get rid of Stephen because nobody's interested. I think I remember saying once that I don't think I've ever spoken about her. Or if I have, it's just been in passing. Hasn't it just been in passing though?
Yes.
But she's definitely on that hate train. But the funny thing was, it was so funny the way she was going on.
Oh my gosh. Like she was really mad and like it was gonna do something.
I was like, Jesus, woman. And the thing that gets me, Bridge, is like I like to do my live streams. I've done live streams for years. They don't bother me. I mean, the only thing is I do put a lot more effort into, the graphics and everything now because I'm an artist and I can't come on with just a black background, can I?
Right. Yeah.
So yeah, I agree with you, Kalari. 100%. You're welcome to come up whenever you want to, darling. Just jump on the link. So I wonder if that's going to come up. What I wanted to do is quickly, and I hope it's not going to go wrong, but let's see if I can get this beauty up here. By the way,
yeah, I'm looking at what Tasha said or Sasha said.
Yeah, I think I did. Mind you, I could disappear. I could still disappear, but I have it in hand. Trust me, I have it in hand. Nobody's going to mess with me like that. I'm sorry. I mean, yeah, I may be,
Wait,
bit...
what?
What?
Sasha?
What's that? Yes.
Oh.
Yes. So when you put in his channel now, you get this. You get that. Note, there is no more hussies gossiping. Okay.
Oh, no.
So he's gone. I like to think that they heeded, that they actually listened or read some of the many emails I sent. But it's kind of difficult because, a lot of the time you're talking to a robot.
Right.
Hey, Kalari, nice to see you, darling.
Hey, I sound stuffy, but I figured I'd sit in with you, girl. So I hope you don't mind the voice.
Yeah, no, you're good. It's nice to see you.
It's nice to see you.
Yeah. Oh, sinuses are a pain in the backside, aren't they?
It's killing me. And this is a week I launched my second book. So I'm just like, no health. I don't need this right now.
Yeah. I know. I know. It's like, do you know, I'm going to tell you a wonderful story and you're going to go, oh, but my sinuses were perfectly fine until I went to the dentist and the dentist pulled out an upper tooth and pulled down, to cut a long story short, actually pulled down the sinus lining.
Oh,
gosh.
No.
Oh, gosh.
Wow.
Oh, and do you know what? I carried on going to that dentist for a little while afterwards. And I kept sort of saying to him, do you know what? That tooth doesn't quite look right. Doesn't feel right to me. You know, I kept putting my tongue up into the hole there. And I was like, it doesn't feel right to me. Can you have a look at it? And he was like a doddery old dad. He'd been going for about 70 years. And he was like, no, it all looks fine. And then I you know, and on a second occasion, I was there and he looked in and he must have seen it. And he went, oh, he said, I think maybe you need to go up to the hospital.
Oh,
I said,
gosh.
what? He said, your sinus lining has
Oh, my
healed.
God.
Like where it healed, but the sinus lining was still down.
Oh,
It was awful. Sorry, Kalari. Happy Friday.
Thank you. Between the sinuses and the snow, I'm just like, I'm in a blanket. I got tea. I'm good.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So, and I've always had trouble ever since. I think once, you know, your sinuses become like a Achilles heel, I think they play up all the time.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
They flare up.
Yeah. It's a bit like, you know, it's an Achilles heel thing, really, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, so getting back to the you know who. So as I was saying, I don't know whether they've taken it down. I was in AK's live a little while ago, and somebody said that they think he's hiding. I don't know. I don't think he's hiding because I found this. So I don't think he's hiding.
Jesus.
I think if he was hiding, he wouldn't have done this. And also, like on his community tab, look, a day ago.
I will say,
yeah,
one of the things that came up in Bridget's thing, because I cleared out a lot of older people I used to watch, so I get a lot of people I follow and support now, and they see your end of the year, and the way you kept announcing his channels getting terminated had me rolling. I'm sitting there just laughing my ass off because you can see the mirth in your face as you were like, and his channel's gone again. And it was just so funny. I loved it.
You know what, Kalari? I would much rather laugh online. I really would.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm now covering true crime. And
doing the Jay Slater stuff.
Yeah. Have you watched any of it?
I've had you on in the background because I'm working on another project for my husband. He wants to get a story at his launch. So what I like to do is I like to have YouTube on in my background and I listen in as I'm writing. And I like doing that. That's why I was just like, once I cleared out a lot of the people that I used to watch, a lot more, and a lot of stuff that I used to watch has come back into my algorithm. And it's been nice.
Yeah. And it's, I mean, I love doing true crime. It's something that I've watched for years, and never thought that I could really do it because it takes, you know, the ones that are really dedicated to putting out to true crime. You've got to cover every angle, and I'm like, I don't know whether I really want to do that. I don't know whether I've got the time to do that. And also, I don't know what effect it would have on my mental health, because if I'm doing too much, it would affect me. I know it would.
It really depends on what you're covering too, because like I watch Evil Intentions and The Misery Machine, and they cover kids, and even they say they have to take breaks because it really is hard doing that all the time. And then you got like Annie Elise, who does 10 to Life, and she covers it from the get-go, but she does a lot of newer stuff so that she can cover trials. It just depends on the level you want to put into it. I think it's how you deliver it. Like I watched that chapter at night with my husband. We both like Mikey. And the thing is, he does what he can, but he doesn't do so deep a dive that it makes it boring. And he keeps it like under 30 minutes a lot of times, 30 to 45. And it's really fun to watch because it's his personality. I think if you put your personality into it, you'll be good talking about anything.
Yeah.
Especially when he does that life insurance, the life insurance dance.
I love that dance.
I like that chapter.
Yeah, he is really
haven't
good.
watched him for a while though.
Oh, he still does Tuesdays and I think Saturday uploads, and I watch them after the fact because I never catch them on the day. But it's fun, and there's still like a backlog. I also like the historical crime stuff, like Briefcase and the Crime Reel. They are really good too.
I like, I also like Bailey Sarian Bailey Sarian, and she quite often does historical cases.
Yeah.
And I love the way she sits there and does her makeup. I know it's an odd concept, but I think it kind of works with her. But I think she does much darker cases. You know, it's more about, you know, ghosts and things like that, and I don't really like that.
I mean, you know who else started doing true crime too?
Who?
Our girl Jill.
Wow. No!
I swear I did not know who that woman was, but the way she was going at it, I was just like, wow. They had done pissed her off. What the heck?
I found out too, because she said that girl, Damn It Amber, was like in my comment section talking shit or whatever about her. I found out that the thing that Damn It Amber had actually said about her was just like, oh, I like when Jill does when she covers DC, but ... And that was it.
Who said that? Damn It Amber.
Yes. So she was like, damn it, Amber was not talking shit. She didn't even say anything.
Oh. Hey Tasha. Hope you're well, darling.
Man, if I got mad at any time somebody brought up my name this year, I'd be the queen of crash outs. I just
right.
It's like they're talking about you, not the other way. Good Lord.
Right.
Tell me about it. Who hasn't spoken badly on my name? Yeah. But I think it comes to
just be like Mariah. I don't know her.
Right. Right.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm just looking to see whether Edna has sent me a message on Insta, because no, she hasn't. Oh, okay. Do you think I've upset her? Nah.
I don't think so.
She would have come to me if I had.
In chat last night, I was like, I said, you've gone missing, Edna. And she was like, what are you talking about? I was like, you weren't there for whatever Wednesday. And she was like, I said, but Jan changed the time. And she was like, I didn't even see it. So I don't think she's mad. I don't think she's mad.
Oh dear. So we've got.
Tell you, I've been terrible on Twitter now. I like Blue Sky a lot better. Now that I know Jack don't own it, I just been on there and having fun. I don't want to argue with people. The people that won, their side won, are still angry. And it's like, leave me alone. You're supposed to be planning for January. Why you argue with me? So I've just been leaving Twitter alone. I advertise on it, and that's it.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, I've got, as you can see, I've got Bridge up here. Shall we play a bit of that? Or I thought
it was good to listen.
Yeah. I thought also we could possibly possibly look at what's happening in the lolcal live, because that's on live.
I haven't seen that. Like, I've heard all about it, but I haven't seen that.
Do you want to have a look at it? They're
Sure.
actually live at the moment. Right, guys, get over to Bridget's channel. That's all I'm going to say. I always link it anyway.
I'm definitely a fan of Bridget's work. Like I said, I like people who are thorough. I like facts. And like I said, you're non-biased. You just want to present what you got out there. And I think it's annoying that people can't understand that. And there's, oh, Bridge is doing this. Oh, Bridge is linking up with that. It's like Bridge is doing her own thing. What are you talking about? I just don't get it.
And it's like, you know, it's like we've said 1,000 times, Kalari. We quite literally are lone wolves. Myself, Bridget, you.
Yeah.
We don't need a community to, you know, sort of ride our backs or for us to follow or
to fight our battles or any of that. Yeah, that's what I said. I was just
own people.
All you need is a mirror to them. Anybody that tries to say nonsense like that, it's just like user projecting. Because I've watched enough Bridget to say she can tussle on her own. But half the time, if she's not looking for it and they're talking about her, she doesn't care. That's the vibe I got.
Yeah.
You know?
And I'm like that. I mean, the thing is, you do get these well-meaning people that tell you, oh, have you seen that video? Did you see what he said about you? And then you can sort of find out things, but I'm really not interested. I'm really not interested.
I had one girl, she like DM'd me. This was a long time ago. And she was just like, do you want to know if somebody was talking about you? It's like, she literally asked me. I was just like, no, I'm good. You know, because she didn't want to bring it to me. She wanted to let me know, but didn't want to bring it to me if I didn't want to know.
Exactly. I honestly think that it's like, I really don't care unless it's somebody that's my friend. Do you know what I mean? I think that would be the only time, because then I'd look at that as a betrayal.
I think if I was still in my 20s, I might be more like what younger me probably would have been more into it because I liked to fight a lot back then. Older me is just like, I got too much going on. They're talking about me, let them. I just don't care. You get to a point where it's like, it's above me.
Yeah. I mean, there's so many things that are spread. You know, I'm trying to get us equal here. There are so many things that are spread about me, about my life, about who I am. Why am I going to listen to what anyone else thinks is me or is my life?
They're time and energy vampires, Jan. They just want to get you pulled in and then zap you, and it ain't worth it.
No, it absolutely isn't. And I'm just going to say, Kalari, I'm so glad you're coming out. I'm glad you're coming out of the other side, girlie, because as I said, I supported you. I don't believe a word that any of these people say. So, yeah, you know.
My thing was let them talk. I can watch the girl world stuff because I still have a morbid curiosity from time to time without being directly involved. There are better things. Like I did a video about the Jay-Z stuff because a lot of people in our community are trying to hang him out to dry already without the evidence lining up. And I've been following Deleted since he only had like 10 members and his channel's blown up, and he did a deep dive. And all I had to do was replay the parts that he showed where even though the story that they filed in the civil suit didn't change much, it doesn't line up with the evidence, including the stuff that she accused Diddy of. Diddy's a monster. I'm never going to defend him. I never liked him. But all of these people want to throw Jay-Z under the bus for no freaking reason except they can't stand him. And I think that's messed up.
Like I was listening a quick clip to you know Tariq. Do you know Tariq Nasheed Kalari?
Yes, I do. I got into a fight with him on Twitter years ago, though.
That's hilarious. But somebody had asked him about the Jay-Z stuff, and you know how he is. He was like, "Oh no, the people in the Black community, we don't believe none of that stuff. No, against Jay-Z, no. The Black community, we don't believe it."
Some of the horrible stuff I've seen people say.
Thing to say. That's a stupid thing to say, though.
It really is, because they're bringing up Aaliyah of all people, saying that she was there. And I was like, no, you're not going to do that to Aaliyah's spirit. No, stop it. So, like I said, Tariq thinks he talks for Black people, but as I've told him, you do not, sir.
You cannot take Tariq seriously. Like, I love listening to him. Yeah, the stuff that he comes up with, I just love it. I'm laughing
at it. He can drag a fool for real, but I'm telling you, sometimes you just stare at him like, man, just stop. Stop.
I haven't got a clue who you're talking about, but I can just about work out.
I'm the kind of person, though, I've gotten into fights with Roland Martin because he's kind of misogynistic at times too. And my friend worked with him. So I just like, if a brother is acting out of pocket and I see it, I can't control myself. I'm going to push it. I'm going to push that button.
Okay, so listen, let's have a quick dip into these then. The LOLCal live, they're live. I don't know. I clicked on there a bit earlier before I did the live, and they were just talking about silly things. So I want to get to the food beauty update. So if they're not talking about that, we'll hop out of it. So let me know if you can hear this,
or maybe go to the last one that they did too.
Normal.
Super romantic. No, he's not even going to touch the subject. I highly doubt it. This isn't.
Bro, this guy is cosplaying like a fight has already been sanctioned, right? Let's say there was a fight between Boogie and Trap Daddy.
Okay, so no, they're not talking about her yet. Did you hear that all right, guys?
Yeah. It's
right, so they're not talking about her at the moment. Let's ask Kalari, are you aware of what happened on the other stream? I mean, we can have a look.
I watched the Omegon breakdown of it because honestly, I've been trying to detox as much as I can from Girl World just for a bit.
This to be said,
because like I know Amber lost her cat and got kicked out of her girlfriend's place, and then I heard that she let Rarity out and the cat never got found, and then Tommy was like, you got to go before Christmas, so she's back in Oklahoma. But the food stuff,
Bridge, where have you been, girl? Where have you been?
I knew about the cat, but I didn't know that she got kicked out.
Yeah, and the newest thing allegedly is that Tommy, or Emily is her real name, got fired. So it's a fucking shit show. And I know this because of Karina Kaboom, Mr. Snowflake, and Jordy. I didn't get rid of their channels because I was watching them even before the Girl World stuff. And then with the LOLCal Live stuff, Omegon, who I never like unsubscribed from him and nothing, but he got buried under stuff, started showing, and it was like Fridayy was on LOLCal Live, and then there was apparently FFG and Yaba went on LOLCal Live, and then Fridayy responded. I was like, this is a fucking mess.
Yes.
I am glad I dipped out when I did. I know people are like, what about your views? I don't care.
Yeah.
I was losing interest before anything fell out with me anyway. And when I'm not passionate about stuff, I just leave the shit alone.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm not passionate about anything in Girl World, but I'm like you. I only watch certain people. I like Karina Kaboom and I like Snowflake. That's where I get my information from. But going back to the LOLCal thing, it's up to you guys. We can either watch Snowflake because Bridge says she doesn't know about the cat business, but this is his latest one, which is Amber accidentally confirms Emily is a feeder.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Okay, I like it. He makes me laugh.
Yeah.
Or we can dip into the LOL live, the one where FFG and Yaba go on.
I want to see that one too.
I did not watch all of the one where Chantal went on it because I just can't stand her. I can't stand her voice. I knew she was a pick-me. I busted her in LOLCal Live when I was pulling clips from the Boogie fake cancer thing that I was covering. And she was in there being a pick-me then, so I wasn't going to watch it. And then I heard what was said on there, and I was like, oh, good Lord. And she was a hijab.
Yeah. They did exactly what you would expect three men to do, especially three men of that ilk. Now, I don't know a great deal about them. I know that
You're
2 of
lucky.
them are lolcows, aren't they? Like that.
Oh, yeah.
That Boogie, didn't he do
Boogie,
something? Yeah.
Boogie is the guy that faked a cancer diagnosis. He played a Francis character for years on YouTube, got millions of watchers, then turned into the worst locale, asking for money, renting a Tesla, which made me laugh because they accused me of that shit. And I hate Elon Musk. Anybody who's followed me for years know how I feel about that motherfucker. I wouldn't give him a cent. And then Wings is another person who he made his name being like a video game type guy and having meltdowns, and people would give him money to have meltdowns and stuff. And Keemstar realized that instead of letting people who cover them and can't stand them make money, let's put them together, and I will abuse him for profit. And Lolcow Live was born, and it works for them. I can't say it's not a genius move. They weren't getting money any other way, but it's hard to watch constantly because you can see these 2 grown men debasing themselves for a steady paycheck. And I think they were going to try to pull Fridayy into that before her, whatever that nonsense was. I'm telling you, this is the year for crash outs.
See, I only know Boogie and the other one because from the essay channels like June the King and like
Breaking Banquet and stuff.
Yeah, see, I know nothing about them apart from
you're lucky. They're all mess, just mess. Nothing
I've heard of Keemstar. I've heard of him, but what I don't understand is he problematic as well?
Oh, definitely. Yes. And what kills me is that I couldn't stand him because of the drama alert stuff, because he rarely researched. He just liked to provoke people. And then you come to find out that he was one of those people that liked to drop the M word, which he knew was inappropriate. And then he was getting into a fight with Def Noodles, who I used to support. It was one of the first T channels I watched on here. Me and then too. Dennis went off the fucking deep end. And it was like, I hope a boulder falls on both of you now.
Like, see, I think once people show a side to you that you really can't deal with, then you back away. I know that's what I do.
They let the fame get to their heads, and it's all about numbers to those people. And it's just like, once you see that, it's not interesting anymore.
I used to watch Def Noodles every day in the morning time because it was during like COVID. I think I discovered him during COVID, but I still had to work from home, so I'm getting dressed, getting ready, getting dressed, and listening to him while I'm getting dressed every day.
Exactly. And then one of the things he said to me, because I did a short about it, and I was like, I hit do not recommend this channel, and he literally puts in my comment section, "You'll never be rid of me." I'm like, dude, what is wrong with you?
Oh, he blocked me on Twitter because I think I said something about him. I did not tag him or anything, but I said something
for his name.
Yeah, and he blocked me. I was like, what the hell?
Can you imagine? I don't understand people looking for their name.
That's crazy.
Why would you want to look for your name so that you find out all the people that are saying horrible things about you?
Right.
I can't see the point in doing that.
At all.
On my YouTube, I do my stuff. Yeah, I might get into it with a couple of people, but I would never. So it's not that important to me as regards what strangers think of me. I mean, I like to think that I put out good content, I put out entertaining content. That's all I'm interested in. I don't care what a bunch of losers think about me.
Right. Yeah.
But there are some sensitive types in these YouTube streets, I'm telling you.
Well, I mean, the only reason I put my foot down as regards Hussey really is because he had the nerve to try and he did. The copyright struck my channel twice.
That's messed up.
Do you know, I've worked so hard on this channel, and it's not just drama. I try and keep the drama just to Fridayy. I've started doing true crime, and I've been accepted in the true crime community. Can you imagine me in the true crime community. But I think the thing is, people do see if you're being your genuine self. And
Exactly.
I am a very genuine person, and I cock up. I mean, when I'm doing some of my commentary, because what I do is I tend to sort of react to other reactors speaking on it. So I'm not the one that has to come up with the source of the information.
Yeah.
I use the source from other people, and some of them could have been funny. Some of them could have come at me and said, listen,
Yeah.
if you're talking about crime, use your own content or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Because people can be a bit precious. But I've been lucky. None of them have been like that. And I've actually had someone approach me to host a behavior panel style Christmas Jay Slater live stream.
That's
I mean,
awesome.
I know, and that's mad because these other creators, they've got like, you know, big numbers. I mean, I'm only 5,000, but I mean, they've got like 30,000 and things like that. And I like to think it's because they've seen my previous work and they know that I can handle a panel, even though normally it's only 3 or 4. But I've interviewed people and I've done lots of things on my channel. And I'm much more likely to feel, you know, to be interested in what those people think of me, not some groups of people that just seem to come online to be as negative and as vile as they possibly can to other people online. That's not my stick. That really isn't my shtick.
Exactly.
And you know, it's insane. So Kalari, when you come back, because I know you were saying you were coming back, are you coming back with different content or what you doing?
Yes, I'm going to be reviewing music, television stuff that I enjoy, writing stuff, because people send me books that they've written and they would love to get it reviewed and promoted. I'm going to bring back the writer vlogs because a lot of people have reached out and said they're writing books. How do you go about it? So I want to break down the process that I use, because I like taking notes. I like looking towards inspiration. Like, I really am interested in African mythology right now because I'm writing an isekai story, and I want to get this right because you don't want to disrespect your culture's belief systems and practices. So it's just little tips that I can give to writers. But the best thing I tell people is, if you have a story, get it out. You can fix it. You can get somebody to help you edit it. Get the story out of your head in any way you can, and don't kick yourself when you have stall moments because you can't write one day because your head's not in it. Take your time, tell your story, you'll get it done.
Yeah, that's good. I mean, I started writing my life story a few years ago, and I got so far and I thought, I don't know, the next bit's going to be a bit tricky because it's weird because, you know, I've got adult children now and I don't really want them knowing. It's hard, you know. For me, it's hard because I don't really want my kids to know what I've been through. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it's that shield you want to put up between telling your story and not having them affected. But I think your children are very empathetic and love you. So whatever you tell, they'll know this is our mom, this is her truth, and we'll stand by her.
Yeah, and I think they would. I mean, I'm still very close to all 4 of them, so I think they would. But I think it's just me. I think it's, you know, I just feel that it would, like, I don't know. I just don't want them to feel that or to.
Do you think that they'll see you in a different light?
It's not that I've done anything wrong. It's just that, you know, there's been times when I felt that I could have dealt with things in a different way. And I think one of the things that I hate, and I've realized it as I've got older, is I hate pity. I can't deal with pity.
Yeah.
And I think that if I wrote my book, if I wrote everything in it, then people are going to feel sorry for me, and I don't want that. I can't deal with
I think it's the way that you're looking at it, because you could also look at it in the way of that you've persevered all of this stuff, like all the things that you, the things that you've been through. You're still here. You're still You're still thriving.
Yeah. And I think it's a generational thing too, because even as a Gen Xer, there's a problem that we have with letting people in too far and then having people go, oh, we feel sorry for you, when we didn't have a lot of labels for our mental health and other stuff back in the day. We just dealt with things as we were. And I think there's more of an understanding of that now. So I don't think you'll get as much pity as you would get understanding. And I don't think it would negatively reflect on your kids, because I think that's what I've thought about too. My actions, I don't want them using that against my son. I don't want my son having to deal with, oh, we've got this about your mom, or we got that about your dad, and other stuff like that. So I can understand the boundary, but I don't think you're sharing anything that you should be ashamed of, because it's your life. You've lived this life. You've persevered. And like Bridget said, you survived it. And I think it could encourage people.
Yeah, I agree with you. But I think I shouldn't say but. Another thing I think is, because I started writing it, maybe 5 years ago, I've since learned things specifically about my childhood, about my childhood, that I wasn't aware of. And I've learned that because I was brought up in a home, and there were people that used to, social workers and everything, that used to write things, about me as a little girl, and how they perceived me. And the way they perceived me is so different to how I was, that it really sort of shook me to the core. It took me a long time to get over that, to think that these people just didn't know who I was. And even at a young age, I knew who I was. I've always been quite sort of strong in myself and self-assured. I don't think I've ever really felt inadequate in any way. But when I read what these people had written about me, it sort of shook me, because I was like, how could they think that of me? Do you know what I mean? So I think that's another part of the book that I would probably, I'd probably struggle with. But yeah, I think it would be good to write down, because I think a lot of people may be able to relate to it, especially in in our climate, because a lot of it does have to, in that part specifically, has to do with the color of my skin, and where I was being brought up, and and the things I went through, even though at that time I may not have been aware of it. As I've gotten older, I realized that, oh, okay, so that's why they thought that. So I think that's a whole new chapter that I need to write. It's quite, it's quite emotional, but we'll see. Have you ever thought about doing that, Kalari, as you are a writer?
I think one day I will. I just have to be careful what I put in there, because like I tell people all the time, I give parts of my life, because a lot of stuff that I grew up with doesn't sound real, and you really don't want to put it out there, because even though some of the people aren't alive anymore, there are people that had connections to it. So I would struggle in what I would put in there. I would probably not want to put a lot of stuff from my childhood from it because of that. I tell people all the time, they think I'm joking. I don't do 23andMe tests, because I just read a news story where this lady's mother got busted for a crime because she did a 23andMe test. And I really feel like if I did one, I would probably have questions about somebody I was related to. So it's stuff like that you think about when you want to write the story of your life. You got to be careful.
Yeah, I did 23andMe. and I also did Ancestry, and I don't think I've got any criminals in my past, so that's a good thing.
I do. I found one. I was like, ooh, because we're from St. Louis, and so we have the Anheuser-Busch St. Louis, the beer.
Yeah.
So it was like way back in the day, one of the however many cousins removed of mine, kidnapped the founder's child of Anheuser.
Oh my gosh, I remember watching a video on that kidnapping. Wow.
He kidnapped him, wanted the money, didn't get the money. It was a botched kidnap and all kinds of stuff. He got into trouble. And I asked my dad, I was like, do you know about this? And he was like, oh yeah. He said, my mom said that we had some cousins up the street, and one of the sons got in trouble for some kidnapping, but they never got into, like, he was like, they didn't get into the details of the story, but he was like, yeah, I remember that.
Oh wow.
No. Do you know, it's such a shame, even us just sat here, just three of us ladies sat here talking about, that kind of thing, that is so fascinating.
Yeah.
It's a shame that we can't do that we feel that we can't be as open as we want to be.
Yeah.
Especially because of, girl world, if you like.
Yeah.
Or that somebody else, 3 years down the road is going to drag this up and say, oh, did you hear what Jan said about this? Or did you hear what Bridget said about this? It's such a shame.
It really is, because they're interesting stories out there, but you don't want people weaponizing it against your family or you. And it's like I said, the whole reason why I was done with Girl World was partially because I was bored with Chantal, but because people go IRL for words on the internet. And for me, I've never cared enough about a reactor to want to know their personal info like that. I am very hands off when it comes to that. And I've had people offer, I don't want to know. I don't need people's government names. I don't want to know where they live. I don't want to know them. So it was like, if this is how this is going to be, and this is how the community wants to play, then I will go back to just watching. I don't have to be a part of it.
Yeah.
It's not fun.
Yep.
Well, I think I'm right in saying all three of us have been doxxed.
Oh, yeah.
Haven't we? And, in order to fight back against these false copyright strikes, I had to give all my information to the worst people.
Yeah.
I had to give them my information. And the first time I did it, I thought, oh no, I'm not going to tell them who I am or where I live. And then I thought, well, why not? Why not? What are they going to do to me? So I did.
Exactly.
I put my name down. I put my address down, my phone number. I mean, I'll soon know if something comes back, and I'll use the appropriate means to get them accountable, to make them accountable for whatever they decide they're going to do.
Right.
But I mean, it gets to the point where, and I think that's where these unscrupulous people put their faith in being able to get away with their bad behavior, because they think Jan's not going to tell us who she is. She's not going to tell us where she lives.
Well, they think they're intimidating, and that's the part that irks me. It's just like, no, I'm just not. I spent years on Twitter with this kind of stuff. People going back and forth, people using information, people literally trying to scare people. And since I'm public because of my writing anyway, I didn't care. It was just the lies that I thought was hilarious, because it was easily debunked lies, but I guess they thought they could keep me talking about it and maybe get into a back and forth. And once I seen that pattern of, oh, they just want me to talk about them so that people can like take sides. No, I'm not going to give you that satisfaction. I'm not interested.
I think what you have to do is realize that these people will never listen to what you have to say.
Mm-hmm.
No,
They
right.
are simply going to paint you as bad as they possibly can.
And they
Yep.
did me a favor because I've always, and I said it on Twitter too, there are always those people that lurk and act like they're cheerleading for you, and they make snide comments about your follower count and your numbers, but they are secretly in the back of their head thinking, I can't wait for that bitch to mess up, because I always knew that about her. And all they did was weed out all of those people that felt that way about me, and I'm glad. I don't like fake. And apparently I was surrounded by fake people, and now I'm not.
Yeah. And it's a hard lesson to learn, but I think we do all learn it, and I think definitely us three have learned it.
Oh yeah.
And that's why I will always say who I am. I will say, look, I'm honest, I've got your back. Whatever you tell me stays with me. It's not going anywhere else, because that's not what I do. And, you know, I've heard things spread about both you two girls. I don't listen to it. I'm not interested. I don't give a toss what you're supposed to have done and what you're supposed to have said. It doesn't bother me.
I've told people all the time, if it happened before I met a person, I'm not going to judge them on that. I'd rather wait and see for myself. But on top of that, there are too many people that in one breath, they don't like each other. And then in another breath, they do. And it's like, I don't want to navigate. This is not high school.
No.
If two people are fighting and I am neutral, I am neutral. I do not want to be in the middle of people's fight. Now, if they go, well, now we got to fuck with Kalari, then yeah, maybe I'll get myself involved, because why are you fucking with me? But the whole, you talk to this person, so you must be this, or you don't talk to this person, you must be that. I just don't care. And I've been 100% honest about that. I don't.
No. And I think what it does is just show, it may not show them, because they all seem so blinkered by their hate, by their hatred, but I think it shows us the type of person that they are. And to be honest, we don't want to be around that type of person. I don't want that type of person.
Nope. And I'm not going to amplify or give free advertising for those kind of people. And I think that makes them mad too, because honestly speaking, it is free advertising when you argue with them constantly, and they're not worth it. I used to get paid for promotions. I'm not going to do free promotions.
Yes, exactly. And it's like, one of the last times I spoke on Hussey, I said, I'm not going to play him on my channel anymore. I don't want him on my channel. And that's when he struck me. So I think maybe he thought, oh, I'll make sure you talk about me. I'll strike you twice. Do you know what I mean? And it's like, just go away, you know. It's just insane to me. But I think we can learn a lot from other people. I mean, I know quite a few famous people. All right, DC's going to say, no, she doesn't. But yeah. So I know a lot of, you know, well-known people, or a few, and I know their social media. And I also know that they never to and fro with their trolls. They don't even acknowledge the trolls.
Because I know, like with Joe Rogan, which everybody hates right now or whatever, he actually, because I watch him occasionally, but he actually said, and he gives advice to other like well-known people and celebrities and people that he interviews. He's just like, don't look at the comments. He said, post what you're going to post on social media. He said, don't look at the comments. He said, just don't do it.
Yeah.
Now, Don Cheadle did not follow that advice early on Twitter, and that's why I loved watching him, because he would get into it with anybody. Like, he did not care, and it was always fun to read, but even he got tired of it because it burns you out. You can't respond to every negative comment. It will zap your energy.
Yep.
True. And also, if you're in a community, like unfortunately we're adjacent to, there are so many haters in that community that you'd be spending all day to and froing with them.
Right.
Exactly.
I mean, I know that there's been videos made about me. I'm not going to take any. I don't take any notice of that.
Nope.
I know they're there. I know the things that they're saying and what they're trying to do, and all it does for me is prove just how hateful they are.
Not
You
only
know,
that, but you're not doing that about them. You are literally rented space in their heads.
Right.
yeah, exactly. And the funny thing is, I mean, when you get these people that put up things about you, like I once did, I think I did a short where I was in the bath, and then I put music over the top of it. I like doing things like that.
Yeah.
There was no nudity. I think I showed my foot and my leg and some ornaments around the bath. And then I put some music over it. And then you've got people saying, "Oh God, have you seen? She's gone naked in the bath." Well, what did I expect? I was going to be fully clothed in the bath. I mean,
Exactly.
honestly. And what they don't realise is everything that they're putting out, I've already put that out. Do you know what I mean? So if they want to put their twisted minds onto it, that's up to them. All right, you go ahead. You over there, do that over there, because I'm not interested.
Yep.
You know.
Same.
So I just don't even bother. You know, talking about. All right, I'm talking about it here, but I don't bother sort of talking about it on my channel. I'm not going to do a video saying, "Oh, don't do this." I can give a monkeys. If that's what you want to spend your time doing, have at it. You know, I've got loads of material on my channel. They could go on for another 10 years finding things on there. I don't care. The only time that I've been a bit offended is when, a little bit annoyed, is when I used to do walkabouts where I'd talk about mental health and talk about the importance of having somewhere peaceful where you could go and just sit and chat. And sometimes I'd do a short on that, you know, about the importance of finding peace. Or I may even state a case. I know there's one time I stated a case where my son had upset me, and I put that up and I said, you know, and I realized it's probably to do with my mental health, but you know, this is how I'm feeling right now, and I'm feeling really shitty and blah blah blah. And somebody has decided they're going to, you know, upload that, and you know, just to mock me.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that is just unkind. That's just being really unkind, because, you know, put up ones where I'm dancing, I don't care, but don't mock my mental health, because I have to live with that. And that's just being unkind. That's been really hateful. So, I mean, if they continue to do that, if they continue to go to, you know, dig me out for my mental health and my mental illness, then I'll probably strike them. Because that is hateful behavior, and that is also breaking terms of service, because you know, they shouldn't be targeting people in vulnerable groups. And as somebody with a mental illness, I think I probably am in one of those groups.
Definitely. But that was why when I decided to come back, because I know a lot of people thought, oh, she got chased off. No, there was a lot that I was dealing with off YouTube. And I think that's the problem I have with a lot of people making assumptions, is they think that the YouTube shit is so important that other real life stuff doesn't matter. And it shows you how chronically addicted to the drama some of them are. I literally was going through real life stuff, and it was like, I need to put non-priorities to the side for a bit. And I went and I finished getting the book published. I made my appointment with the OBGYN to get my Marina put back in. I dealt with the stages of grief for the election and stuff. And then I was like, you know what? When I come back, I want to talk about stuff that makes me smile, stuff that gets me geared up, because I'm going to need it for the next couple of years. I don't want to be in the muck And I'm deciding that. And I know a lot of people will be like, well, you did talk about this. Yes. And it's archived. You can watch any of the old videos if you want my take, because Chantal's not changing. So I don't think I need to keep weighing in on that.
If I have a problem, if I have a problem with YouTube, I'll talk to Bridget or I'll talk to Edna. Do you know what I mean? If the issue is to do with YouTube, but I don't take it into my real life.
Yeah,
because my real life has got nothing to do with it, you know.
Yeah.
But anyway, let's finish off by just listening or watching. What are you laughing at?
Because we haven't watched anything.
Yeah, we totally.
I'm
sorry, Jan.
Because we talk too much. We're rubbish at this. Well, I am. I'm rubbish at this.
No, we just have fun talking, though.
It's nice too, though, isn't it? It's just nice just to chat. I mean, it might be boring to other people, but for us, well, I know for me, it's just nice.
It is.
Chat with people that, you know, talk a bit of sense. Anyway, so here we've got Mr. Snowflake, and he's doing the he does make me laugh, I must say. He's talking about Amber confirming that Emily is a feeder. So did you say what was it that you hadn't heard about, Bridge? You hadn't heard about
her getting kicked out.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think, and the running thing about that is she went to Wisconsin thinking she was gonna force the Tommy Emily lady to let her live. That's why she bought Rarity, Wasabi, and Twinkie there. And then she lost Rarity and thought that would get her an extended stay. And Tommy was like, no, you got to go. So she drove her back to Oklahoma and then flew back to Wisconsin. And it's like, that girl she wants you from a distance, girl.
Yeah, I think so too. She doesn't want to be moving in.
Yeah.
Or want her to be moving in. And also, is it true she's got a child? Emily's got a child.
Apparently, she has a daughter from everything I've heard before. You know, I was just like, this is getting too dark for me. There was a daughter from a previous relationship and they share custody. And it's just, it's crazy.
Okay. Let me know you can hear this.
Big drama show last night, all thanks to Geordie. I'm very, very tired today because I stayed up to watch Geordie stream. I wasn't going to, but it got really good. So thanks, Geordie. Yesterday morning-ish, Geordie tweets this, big T tonight. And I was thinking, no, he's going to do this when I get into bed again, isn't he? So yeah, he goes live. I start watching the stream, and then I think, I'm too tired. I don't care about the tea. I'm too tired. I'm going to go to sleep. Then somebody messages me saying, Amber's just uploaded on Instagram.
So I want to make something very clear. I do not care who my partner followed prior to being in a relationship with me.
Oh,
don't care. So keep trying to make me care. Keep trying to make drama where there is none. Keep trying to create problems. I don't care. Sorry.
Yeah, Geordie had just mentioned previously on the stream that Emily's feet.
Exactly. She didn't care so much that she went and did a video and put makeup on as well with her winged eyes.
Yeah.
Feeding is following this feeder account.
Oh no.
Oh my gosh.
Right, I don't know what that is. Sorry, I hadn't watched this before. So apparently, can we take from that Emily was following that account?
Yeah. She watches certain videos where women jiggle themselves, eat, and I learned way too much about feeder stuff since doing the YouTube Girl World stuff, and I just want to pack that in my brain and never think about it again. It is weird.
Push it way to the back, Kalari.
Yes, I need to completely I need a neuralizer for Men in Black, for real.
Stuff's on everybody. I don't remember seeing this one. Might have been there, might not have been. By the way,
Hectic Tommy.
I thought I might be able to crawl back into the top spot for Amber's most hated. Nah, never again. Geordie is smashing it. Geordie is number one most hated. I think the Ankle's in second spot as well. Rightfully so right now. We've got Geordie, the Ankle, and then the rest of us battling it out. So well done to them too. But really, really good live stream. Amber was watching the whole time, clearly raging by that Instagram upload. So Amber says she doesn't care. She doesn't care who Emily is following, who she was following before they met. Clearly, she does care. She reminded me of Foodie Beauty, where Foodie would come on, go red in the face with her fingers. I don't care. Like, you can see how seething Amber is. I don't care. She clearly does care. And she's annoyed at Geordie for mentioning it. And she's really annoyed with the Ankle, because he mentions it.
I haven't watched The Ankle. Have you girls watched it?
I've caught an old video or two of his. He's not bad. I just, like I said, my algorithm got so bogged down with Girl World stuff that I even clearing it up now, I'm starting to get reactors that I forgot I followed. It's crazy.
Yeah, but nice though. Nice to get away from it.
Oh yeah, it has been, like I said, I'm getting all my true crime and cooking shows and skits and stuff back. It's nice.
Yeah.
Following the feed and stuff. I think she's annoyed with Emily as well. That's the feeling I got there. Because she's always said that, YouTube, watching corn in a relationship is cheating. This is Emily's corn. It's clearly the thing she's into the most. She's watching it. She's having a great time watching it. Swell time.
Weird.
But now Amber doesn't care that Emily's watching this stuff. She does care. She really, really does care. Obviously, she does. Now, when we all learned that Emily was a feeder, Amber came online a couple of times saying she's not a feeder. I've seen proof. Blah blah blah. You guys don't know the full story, and you'll never know all that nonsense.
The pics were because they were trying to make money because they were long distance. Because it's really expensive to constantly like visit each other. So they were like, "Okay, let's do this as a way to make money."
DoorDash for extra money. Get out of here with that. That don't make no sense at all.
She never makes any sense. We know that.
Yeah, flights and stuff like add up a lot. And I saw proof. I've seen proof of it all. Like I understand where you guys are coming from. Like I'm not gonna sit here and like deny that. Like when you see something like that, you're like, I get it. And it doesn't have to fully make sense to you guys, and that's okay, but you guys will see that for yourself.
Like if you guys knew the full story, you'd be like, oh, wait a minute. But you don't, and you'll never know.
How long's it been since that video? Since those months and months of Amber saying she's seen proof that Emily isn't a feeder. We still haven't seen proof that she isn't a feeder. We've seen a lot of proof she is a feeder, but we haven't seen any proof that she isn't a feeder. I said feeder.
I've seen way
and now
too
that
much
Amber has come out saying she knows who she's.
You what?
I've seen way too much proof that she's a feeder, and I can't get it out of my head. It sucks.
Oh, it's horrible, isn't it?
It really is. The pictures don't lie. Ugh.
And even in the short time she's been seeing her, you've seen Amber's got even bigger.
Oh yeah.
Has she?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
She's
she
getting closer to the 600 again, and it's sad because honestly speaking, she's playing. It's a roulette wheel, and I say this to somebody who got over 5 myself. The older you get, the harder it is to get it off, and the more damage you're doing internally. And she needs to stop playing around with this.
Bridge, there's a bit, I'm saying Bridge because I think I'm guessing that Kalari's already seen it. The bit where they're on the drive back and they do a stop and Amber walks around in a circle. She's walking in a circle.
Bridge, it's Jordy. It was bad.
Oh, it was terrible. I'm sure you'll find it on Twitter, Bridge. But yeah, she's... I don't think it's going to be very long before she can't walk because she was saying also that her legs felt like concrete.
Yeah.
Wow.
Even at my current size, long car rides without getting up and walking can be rough. But at her size, the risk of blood clots, the risk of going numb because you're putting so much pressure on your veins is great. And she was sedentary a lot of the time in Wisconsin, and her vlogs proved that. Because I think they like went to a concert once or whatnot, and she showed herself being outside maybe once or twice. But she is not doing her body good, and it's showing. She was like walking back and forth, and one leg looked like it was being dragged a bit, and it's kind of scary.
Yeah, it is, especially when you realize or remember that she's actually young. You know,
She's
she's
young
not
and
like
she's not that
50s or
tall
60s.
either. Yeah.
Yeah, terrible. And all she does is giggle through the whole thing like
Yeah.
it's funny. It's not funny.
At all.
She's following. She
And
doesn't care. I think that's Amber admitting, yeah, she knows Emily's a feeder and she doesn't care. Which we all know this anyway. We all know Amber knows. She just hasn't admitted it. But I think they're trying to show she doesn't care. I think she's admitted, yeah, Emily's a feeder. I don't care. So you know she's following these feeder accounts, and they really, really are feeder accounts. Wait till I show you if you haven't seen it already. She knows she's watching this stuff, enjoying it, getting off to it. I don't care. So Amber's basically admitted she knows she's a feeder, which we knew anyway. Actually, yeah, let's watch it now then. Where are we at? The feeder stuff. Right. Oh, which one should I show first? Let's show this one first. And go.
yeah, this is weird.
I might be too early for this, actually. For me.
Oh,
I might not be funny. I think it is actually a bit early for this.
no, I don't want to watch that.
No, and it's just
Vile. So here, Snowflake's actually showing you all the other video. Look, all the things they're doing.
yeah.
No. Okay, let's get back to Amber. How can Amber care so much about herself, so little about herself, that she's willing to overlook this? I don't understand it.
It really is a esteem issue. They just want to be claimed, and it's like if you got yourself to a better place mentally and physically, you would find somebody that wants to be with you, even with all your goofy shit online. But they don't want that. They just want the illusion of being desired. It's sad.
It's denial, delusion. It's crazy.
Yeah, and both of them have that, don't they? Both Amber and Fridayy.
Yep.
Sad.
What's the Amber one?
So I want to make something very clear. I do not care who my partner followed prior to being in a relationship with me. Don't care. So keep trying to make me care. Keep trying to make drama. Where there is none. Keep trying to create problems. I don't care. Sorry.
Have you ever seen anyone not care and also do this face? Literally really does care. And as if that wasn't big enough drama, Amber did what she did a few weeks ago when Jodie was talking about Amber's cat. Did you come in there and say Jodie was obsessed as well? Anyway, last night she went into Jodie's chat and said he was obsessed.
Oh my
god! Yeah.
Amber in the chat. Amber Lynn, what are you doing here?
That was an old girl. No, if she had friends, she would not be doing shit like this, because that is crazy to me. Like, you gotta get a shout out too, girl. Why would you go in there? Yes.
Amber's feelings get hurt by reaction channels every day. She thinks, well, I can hurt their feelings, but she doesn't realize that most reaction channels, especially Jodie and the Ankle, clearly think Amber's a joke. Rightfully so.
Yeah.
But rightfully so. That she's a joke and they don't respect her. And it is a big joke for the most part. There's always serious bits, but it's a big joke, isn't it? For the most part. So when Amber insults reaction channels, you're obsessed with me. You have a German-infested beard. Reaction channels don't care. Most of them don't care. Because it's Amber. Amber calling you this. If it was somebody you respected and admired, maybe you'd care for their opinion. But when there's a 600-pound woman who has lost multiple cats and done all this awful stuff, I don't think Jodie cares in the slightest. You're obsessed with me. And after she said that, everybody started to donate or gift memberships to Jodie to see if Amber would get a membership. I don't know if she did, but it was so funny watching all these memberships roll in and just Jodie laughing like he was Dr. Evil or something. I was going to say Dr. Now there. Like he was Dr. Evil, like he was a bad guy. It was so funny.
Fred, you did not have to do that.
Johnny's so good at this. I tell him to go to sleep. He kept me awake. I'm really tired.
Laughing. He's laughing to the bank.
Yes. Amber gave him his Christmas early, for real.
Oh my god! You know, they're so lacking in self-awareness, aren't they?
Yes, they really are.
It's insane.
Like, I'm fully into Girl World at the minute. I was half in it before. I was doing bits on Amber and bits on other people. I'm fully in it now, especially while I'm doing the big docs and the small docs. And I'm reacting. I'm fully invested. Once I finish the Amber docs, I'll have a little break, no doubt. But at the minute, I'm fully invested. But I'll never catch up to Jodie. He's so good at it. He's so good at live streams. He's perfect. He can't say enough good things. Yeah, he's really, really, really good. And he's made me tired today. Douche. Oh, that wasn't even the biggest drama in the video. The tea was that Emily supposedly in Minecraft has been fired.
The person who knows this information, who received an email about it being her last day, said she was most likely fired.
Yeah, I remember weeks ago there was already talk about Emily's attendance being poor, and having Amber stay at her place, stay in a basement, probably didn't help with Amber going, Stay, don't leave me. I'm having a BPD attack. Don't leave. I'm sick of being in the basement eating like just every time. Building Lego. I'm sick of building Lego on my own. Emily probably did call in sick, and so apparently she's been fired. But we'll have to wait for confirmation. Sorry, lies from Amber to say that she hasn't been fired. But something's going on. Yeah, I think it probably is true, but we'll wait and see. If it is true, she got a cat killed and a girlfriend fired. Great job. I said this in a reaction yesterday. I think it was. I'll say it again. According to Amber, Emily didn't ask her to leave. It was her idea to leave, which meant Amber lost her cat, and then weeks later went, right, I'm going to go now. She was too embarrassed to say it. Emily said, look, you've got to go. Will you please go away? She was too embarrassed to say that. So instead she lied. But, well, let's assume she's telling the truth. Amber lost a cat and then just left. It's really sad. Like I said, most of this is a joke. But bits like that, you go, oh, that's true. You're evil. Oh, no. Anyway, that's the latest Amber drama. Emily might be following a new feeder account. I don't remember seeing it, but
that's so funny, though. And do you know what I love? I love that these people are calling her out. I love it. Because
imagine messing up your partner's bag though like that when you know that you're not making the views you used to and they had a legitimate job and you want to be Miss Wifey. I don't get it.
I know. It's insane, isn't it?
Yeah.
But I mean, the point there that Snowflake is making is that, well, either way, it doesn't look good on Amber because either she's like, she's lost the cat. What was it, about a week or so ago? Yeah. And it's like, okay, I'm back now. I'm going back to Oklahoma. But what about your cat? Well, just keep an eye on it. That story, I don't know I don't want to say what I think may have happened. I can say, I think she just let the cat out and that's it. Somebody else has picked up. I don't think the cat died.
Could she have let the cat out because she knew she was going to get kicked out? But so if the cat got lost, maybe she could have stayed longer.
That's what a lot of people are surmising, that she used Rarity as a way to keep in Tommy's house. And Tommy was like, "No, you go. I'll look for her myself."
Yeah. And now, Tommy had enough. Because the thing is, if Tommy has got a child, there's a good chance she's going to want to see her child over Christmas. The last thing she wants is little Miss Demanding, wanting her attention all the time.
Exactly.
And so, well, where are we going to spend Christmas Day? Well, actually, I want to spend it with my daughter. Oh, well, what about me? Do you know what? You can just imagine the situation.
Or it's like... Because I'm thinking about guys that you date sometimes, and I know it happens on the guy side too. Girls that you date, you kind of just, they come over to the house late at night, and you don't want anybody else to see them, so you kind of seeing them, but you don't want nobody else to know that you see them.
Exactly.
You're telling on yourself there, Bridge.
That's what we do in the shadows.
I went on a date one time, and I told him, I was like, oh yeah, I was supposed to go to an event with my friends, and he was like, we can still go, and I was like, nah, that's all right, we can't.
Yeah, we're good. I got other plans now.
Yeah.
My thing is, living with somebody is so different, and I think she really wanted to speed run that, and I don't think Emily wanted that.
No. I mean, to be fair, it's not even that long ago since she lost her ex-girlfriend or the old girlfriend.
This year. Yeah.
So maybe, she wants a bit of time to herself to see what else is out there. I cannot imagine what Amber has to offer her as a girlfriend. And I'm not talking sort of monetary terms. I'm talking about, as a sort of person and learning about each other and going through the different stages of a relationship. I can't see that Amber is capable of doing that.
No, she's never matured. She's very self-centered. And I honestly think she wants to try to financially control this Tommy person, Emily person, because, if my partner lost their job because they had to stay with me, My main priority would be making sure they could get a backup job, but I think Amber might try to parlay this into Emily having to be dependent on her, and that worries me because that financial dependence, she's done that with past partners, so I could see her doing it again.
Yes, that's a really good point. Because all of her exes have been dependent on her, haven't they?
Yep.
I mean, even when she was with Destiny, although Destiny had a job, somehow Amber managed to be working with her. She managed to get a job alongside her.
Yeah.
Which again is like, that's kind of weird.
It is.
It's like, who wants to spend 24 hours with, with their partner?
Yeah. There's no breaks. And she, from every, like even Becky's latest interview a couple of months back, she doesn't let her partners breathe. She has to be the center of their world. And it's like, girl, they're not going to miss you. Let them breathe. Let them have their peace. Let them have their time.
Yeah. Okay, well, unfortunately, just by sort of hovering here, I can see they're still not talking about Foodie, so I don't think we'd bother.
You said that French Fry Girl and Yaba had gone on their stream too?
Yeah.
And Omegon is what he clipped what he could, and from what I heard, it was hilarious. It really was.
Which one was it?
That was I know there's one today where he's talking about their girlfriends. It's the one right below it that should be it.
This Tina seems like
she mad.
Not sure about her, but so you think it's this?
Oh yeah, but it took them a while to get to the FFG and Yaba part because they were just going over what Chantel did and said.
Yeah, okay. Let's see if I can set this up. So it was more, oh yeah, there's Yaba. Who do you want to listen to, Bridge? Do you want there? Okay, there's FFG. Do you know what? I think the girls held themselves very well, and I think they proved why they have got such a big following. Because they didn't come on like, do you know what I mean? They both came on very clearly spoken. They knew what they wanted to say. And I applauded them. I thought, well done. Because this bunch, I shouldn't really say anything, but yeah. So
they're locale, so whatever.
Yeah. Yes,
and they're like Chantel historians, the both of them. So it was easy for them to get on and just tell what they know and what they say about her almost every day. So from the clips I heard, they handled themselves well.
Yes, that's what I wanted to say. I felt that they did handle themselves well, but then they weren't asked any, they weren't sort of jumped on by the panel.
No.
The panel were there to listen, to learn about what's actually been happening.
Nor did they try to make it about themselves, which helps as well. Because if you go on there they want to talk a subject and then you're trying to derail it to yourself, you're gonna have a bad time. Keemstar will probably flay you.
Yeah. Okay, let's have a listen. I don't know what he does, whether he copyrights people, but hopefully not.
I don't think he does, because when I covered Boogie's cancer faking thing, I used a lot of their clips because I wanted to call that nonsense out.
Okay. All right, then, let's go.
French Fry Girl, what up?
This is the G Super Chatted $19.99. Wait till you hear about the YouTube underground and her wife Sam wanting Goal World to put respect on a PDFILES name.
Oh
that
my
man
God.
being that kid's dead.
They were awful.
They are sick people compared to Foodie.
Wow.
What's going on?
Erie Pepperoni Super Chatted $19.99.
I think I must say it's quite interesting to see who is in the chat. Okay, that is very interesting.
Everybody.
Look! I'm seeing Yo Mama up in there.
Yeah, of course he's in there. Look.
Yeah,
he's there
with a membership.
Oh, has he got a membership? Oh, yeah, because I think the stream was membership only. And who else was there?
I heard that I heard that Kybella was like begging to get on.
She went on.
And
She
they
got on
introduced
there.
her. Yep.
She got on there, not on this one. I think on the next one.
No, it was on this one. She was on there before French Fry Girl. She gave a quick recap of her and Salah's stuff and made it clear that they never met up and that he wanted to poop on her. And it was just like, he was always like, ew, this is gross.
I see Hillbilly is in there.
Hillbilly's in there.
Mm-hmm.
I just really feel, even though this is lolcow, I feel like that these guys don't know what they have stepped into.
No.
Nope. They sure don't. And I wish them luck.
Yeah.
Right.
Somebody gifted 50 memberships. That must have been Pets or No Name was in there.
Yeah.
They were in there. Small fry. Right, okay. Let's carry on.
She claims to get therapy every time she gets called out and never goes through with it. This is typical of her to play victim. Ask her about talking to minors on Omegle.
Oh, what?
Wow.
Yeah, they had all Foodie lore.
That's an accusation right there.
Taylor Super.
Who was this who's talking?
They have text talk for super chats.
Oh, right. So that's what. Oh, okay.
Added $20. Keem, will you make sure the Foodie reaction channels will have their cameras on?
Yeah.
that would have been Yo Mama. That would have been Yo Mama. I bet you any money.
Yep.
Unable to pay, too poor. Ammo, hot beverage super chatted $20. She claimed that married men shouldn't talk to women like that. Ugh. It's degrading, but her husband told a woman he wanted to repay her and her Bible. That he would choose the woman's *** over his own family.
Guys, we're only like, we're only like 2 hours into the show and there's like almost $2,000 in super chats. Guys, thank you so much.
Crazy.
That's insane.
That is crazy.
Oh, this is what Yo Mama wants for himself.
Yes.
He wants.
I just want to be a little petty right now because I got accused of being a girl world scammer, which is ridiculous. But you see how these bitches will pay people to talk shit about Foodie. If I was a fucking scammer, I would still be at it calling Foodie the fuck out because they come out of pocket for this shit. I don't want to make my money like that. Fuck that.
I know the hypocrisy of it all. Yeah. Oh my God, it's insane. But do you know what I loved? I loved all these French fries in the chat. Yeah, I loved it. And then you've got the stupid ones like Yo Mama and Hillbilly and those people that just want to be
they want to be where that is.
Yeah. You know, for her. What a load of BS.
Yeah.
I will say I got showed something funny said about Belinda going into the negative to get her message on Keemstar, and it made me fucking laugh.
Yes. I saw that as well. Yeah. I saw it.
Oh my gosh.
And it's true. You know it's true.
Okay.
Microfam21 super chatted $19.99. Why is Foodie Beauty built like the lady from Norbit with Eddie Murphy?
No, you didn't. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Lol Cow Queen super chatted $20. Is this a To Catch a Predator reunion show?
Oh, wow.
Oh.
Rachel Hay super chatted $20. We are here for FFG and Yaba, not Cutie. Let's GOOO.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to Yaba. She was in waiting and I was just about to drag her and then she disappeared. So Yaba, if you're listening, please come back.
He wasn't going to drag her. He wasn't.
He was.
Was here. She was waiting. She had to go put her kids to bed.
Oh, okay. So she'll be back. She'll be back.
Hi, guys.
Hello. We might have one more dono. Just bear with me. I'm trying to get through them all. Like these guys are like throwing money at us like we're on the pole.
That's how they
Phoenix Wright super chatted $19.99. Anybody but French fried garbage. Every other queen here has redeeming quality.
Wow.
Do you know what?
How are you going to go on somebody else's stream to talk shit, pay to talk shit about somebody? That's why I said, if I was a scammer, I'd probably have millions by now because all these people want is somebody to hate and vent their hate at. It's crazy.
You didn't do very well, did you, Kalari?
No, at all, apparently.
Maybe we should all do it together.
Exactly.
Become the scamming queens or something. I don't know. The scamming black queens.
Just to call freaking French fry out. It's crazy to me. Oh, yeah, really.
Qualities and at least tries to be a decent human being. Her inseparable fan base is already dragging down the chat as expected.
She's gonna
But
buy
what
a
we do
house
on the
of
show is we
Fruity,
give
and that's
people who
why
are
they
woke
hate her.
houses like me and
I know. But I tell you what, good for her. I mean, bloody hell. Good for
I mean,
her.
I don't have no love lost with her no more. I learned what people want me about, but I don't hate her. I just don't think about her anymore. That's the way I got to do, you know. She's got
Jordy,
enough
chance to
haters.
speak.
It's crazy.
That's it. Well, you say that. I mean, I know Bridge isn't over keen, and I'm not a lover, but I don't mind her. And I think, well, good for you. She's worked hard. You know, you can't tell me all these people are stupid. You know?
I bet you differ.
Oh, okay. We're going to have our own little Barney going on in here now.
I think they're savvy, but I honestly feel like they act kind of like their subjects sometimes. They don't like to be wrong. They want everybody to disagree. They monitor where people go, and they don't like when there are people like me who go, I don't really want to do that. I just want to have fun.
Yeah.
So, you know, I'm just going to leave them alone. They've left me alone. I don't understand the need to hate or go back and forth, but you see it with a certain person, the Hexy, as I like to call. They need that group. They need that community. They need anybody that will pat them on the head. And I just can't do it.
Yeah. Well,
I'd rather be despised
I'm
than...
not waiting. Yeah. Listen, Kalari, it's just as well I'm not waiting for a pat on the head because I never get one. And you know what? I couldn't give a monkeys because I enjoy what I do. I enjoy talking to my girls. And that's it. You know, it's not about the money for me.
Give her a chance. We'll see.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, French fried girl, do you got a camera?
No,
but I will say this, Jan.
So you're not going to turn it
if
on?
somebody
Okay.
wants to come on to your Drama Fridays and drop $20 a piece to talk shit about people, come on, do it.
Yes. Come on up. Come on, all eight of you. Get in here.
Wait a minute. I like the fact that Keem asked if she had a camera and she was like, no. Like what computer in 2024 does not have a camera? Come on, come on, Fred.
I know.
So everyone wanted us to have you on, and they're spamming French fries for you. So that means something. Tell us. Speak to us, bro. What's going on?
In my chat, that's what we do. It's fries. They spam the chat with fries. Thanks, everybody. Hi, girl gang. Call them the girl gang. Yeah. And we just react to Chantal. That's it.
Wow. So there's an entire industry built around her, huh?
Sure.
I mean, she's the size of an entire industry, so.
Yeah.
It was built around her. It's definitely built around her. But I don't know if you want to call it the power dynamic has shifted in the community where she doesn't do as well anymore as the creators around her. That's shifted.
Wings will tell you about that. He knows that.
Oh yeah.
She doesn't do as well as the people talking about her, right? Is that what you're referring to? Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, that pisses her off, makes her rage. She's really mad about that and many other things. But yeah, rages in her hijab at us constantly. Claims to not listen to a word we say, but knows every word we said. I'm sure is lurking here, listening to this and punching the air right now.
Oh, of course.
I wish. Have you ever spoken to her? Has she ever called into your show or let you call her?
Look at that hater in there.
Not on YouTube, but I've spoken to her. Yeah.
What hater?
The hater of called Yo Mama with the L's. He is spamming the L's.
Yeah, no cam. No cam, he's saying. Oh, grow up, man. Grow up.
It's like, why don't we just interact with people? Try to figure it out. You know, it's like, it's good to talk to other people and figure out if you're being dumb or not. You know, that's like a good thing. Like, what is this?
Narcissist never wants to accept that they're the one being dumb. And she's the biggest narc I've ever seen on this platform. There's two reasons that she's mad at you. And neither one really has to do with the fact that the picture was passed around.
Here we go. Here he goes again. FFG, fat, no cam. I mean, really?
Yeah, yeah.
The picture, by the way, that when she took it, she posted it, took it and put it on her community.
He's mad because he's not up there. He's mad.
It's envy. Green-eyed monster.
How do you think they'd deal with him? Seriously.
I think they ignored him like everybody does. It's the only way to deal with him. Because if you even give him a smidge of attention, that's it.
Yes. Yeah. Yes.
But how do you think they'd cope if he came up on the stream?
I think Keem would probably laugh a bit and then
kick him off.
Kick him right off.
they would treat him like the clown that he is, because Keemstar is a little bit racist in the first place. So yeah, they would treat him like the clown that he is.
Oh, go up there, slow one. Go up there. We want to be entertained. Especially if he had one of his stupid outfits on. Can you imagine?
Oh my gosh.
Oh Lord, God knows what he'd do.
Tab. And then quickly deleted it and put it on her OnlyFans as free content. It was never behind a paywall. None of it. So for all she knows, it was snapped off her community tab. Can't say anything else about that. No. She is mad for two reasons. Like I said, the fake husband got pissed off. Not at all that you were talking about her vag or anything else. He got mad that you were talking about the shit. Scat, that whole thing. He gets mad and mortified when that comes up. So they had a fight about that. It's obvious by the tears and the red eye. It had nothing to do with the picture. And what really pissed her off was that none of you gave her like, hey, oh, queen, good for you for putting that up. You thought she was revolting. And that's what really pissed her off. It's not deeper than that.
Really?
Absolutely. 1,000,000%.
She had to have known. I mean, look at Wings' wife compared to her. Look at Boogie's, girl, but compared to her. Look at my girl. You know what I mean? It's like she is definitely not our type, and I could understand if someone would be in that, but it seems pretty natural that she is not our type and we would have that type of reaction. Just like if someone didn't like a guy with a beard, right? They'd probably be ew to me or something. You know what I mean? Like we all have different types. Why?
You know what? They should react to. Do you remember when she did that collab with the OnlyFans?
Oh yeah.
Oh gosh, I wish I did. I actually reacted to Mr. Snowflake's covering that, and my brain was just like, "Why am I watching? What am I doing with my life? How did I get here?"
That? I'll have to look for that.
Yes, I think it's like episode 2 or 3, and I was just like, she's in this red lingerie, and I was like, "What am I doing here? How did I go from politics to this?"
And she was right in front of the camera, wasn't she?
Yeah.
She was in the wrong position, which made her look even bigger. And all you could see was this ginormous face and these pushed up bits of fat that she was trying to turn into breasts.
Yeah, it was not good. And apparently she's mad because people seen her, I'm just gonna say, box, and you put it on there. Like, you can't do stuff like that. The internet is forever. I'm glad I haven't seen that because I've seen enough cursed stuff from Foodieverse. I don't want to see that. I refuse.
I know.
Gotta put my foot down. This is too much.
I had to stop following, and I know Bridget's done this. I had to stop following everybody that covered her because I got fed up with seeing bits of her body.
Yeah,
on Twitter.
It was during her OnlyFans phase where I just like muted everybody that was talking about her because I was like, I do not want to see this.
Exactly.
It was awful. I remember when she used to come on. When she used to come onto a live stream and she'd just have her underwear on.
I've seen so many archive things of that, and I am not. It's not just body stuff because I'm a big girl. I've lost a lot of weight. I know things don't when you hang the way they used to and stuff. There is a time and a place for that, and in front of a camera is not it. She has no home training, and I was like, I don't want to see no more. I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm so horrified by the garbage in her bedroom too. I don't get people that live like that. That's nasty.
And what about the time? Do you remember the little yellow dress? The lovely yellow dress.
I've seen archives of that too. I don't.
And there was one time where I don't know how it happened, but the camera was below her, and she walked over the camera, and you saw everything in this little yellow dress. It was gross, I'm telling you. And the thing is, as you say, it's not really her size. It's not. It's her lack of self-awareness. Because I think if you look at, most of the times that we were most offended, it wasn't just the fact that she's, massively overweight. It's the fact that she lacks the awareness of realizing that you can't put that stuff online and not expect people to laugh at it or not expect people to go, oh my God, what are you doing, girl?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Couple that with the burping, the farting, the oversharing. It's just like,
No.
It's a sideshow. People paid 10 cents back in the day to watch shit like this, and she's a carnival.
It's awful.
Yeah.
Dude, what is wrong with her?
I wish she wrote that if she's married.
She's better looking than.
Oh, sorry.
That should be her book. What's wrong with her?
Yeah. She should do an autobiography. Video even. Mind you, she probably doesn't know how to edit, so that's not going to work.
90% of YouTube. So I'm sure she could not believe that you didn't think it was attractive.
See, I have a problem with this because she has watched the show for months. And that means she has heard me say time and time again that fat women aren't real women in my eyes. I do not respect fat women. I've said it.
Oh my God. Nerve with his
Yes, he does.
Like,
oh my
get
God.
out of here, Boogie. Big girls don't want you either.
I mean,
with that documentary that was done on him when he was in his bathtub, I was like grossed out. Ugh.
Yeah. And let's not forget, he had to pay a lot for women back in the day, even when he was making that Francis money. So the nerve of him saying stuff like that, but Chantel's the same. It's like the delusion of these people that gets me, because it's not about you not being physically attractive. It's like your everything repels people.
Yeah. And also shame on Keemstar here, because he should have picked him up on that.
Yeah.
Because
No. He would not have done that. He
he should have done. He should have said
he exploits everybody.
Oh yeah. That is his literal cash cow right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
A dozen times. So she could not have reasonably expected me to find her attractive.
And she thinks she's the exception to every rule. So you think every fatty is revolting except for her, because she's Chantal and she's different than all other fatties. She's gonna make you into it.
And I hate fat people to the point where I should be canceled for it, because my idea of
he's not lying. He does not he tortures Boogie and Wings. He does. He really does. He wants to put them in fat camp, from what I heard. Yeah, he's like,
no,
he's one of those typical guys.
And to say things, I mean, these two guys, they're not exactly slim, are they? I mean, how can you talk like that? How can you talk like that about people?
Because they think they're the exception to the rule, just like Foodie.
Yep.
Well, this one in the red, he looks like he's not much smaller than Foodie. and to sit there and say that, what he said about fat people, shut up, man.
Helping fat people is bullying them and picking on them, right? And I know people say it doesn't work, but that's coping. It does. I bully Boogie. And how much weight have you lost?
I'm down almost 60 pounds since I started the show.
I bully the crap out of him. I'm like, dude, you got this young girlfriend. You're making money now. You're no longer broke.
Yeah, all right. Shut up. Don't want to listen to that. Right.
For fans, it's more than a game. So we are doing.
Just have to skip through the advert.
I'm saying
oh, another advert.
YouTube has been aggressive with the ads, for real.
Hang on.
For here. What am I trying to say, Boogie?
We have no idea, but Boogie
garbage self-esteem and she's settling. Is that what?
Too money she's pulling in right now, and her name is shit. Who's gonna rent her anything?
If she,
for the record, I just googled her social blades test. There ain't no 20K coming in. With the amount of views she's getting right now, I'd be lucky to be 500 a month.
Yeah,
it's been a long time since she made 20.
French fries. I'm trying to figure out where you're at. Do you hate this woman? If she came to you in good faith and was like, "Can you please give me advice, to help my career?" Would you give it to her?
No. I hate her.
Wow.
I hate her. The story between me and her starts with her chasing after a crackhead who I happen to know somebody who knew him. And he had been to jail for stabbing an ex-girlfriend and another person. So I get her to get in contact with me to warn her, hey, heads up, this guy likes to stab his partners, and you're kind of a sitting duck at 400 pounds who can't physically defend themselves when it happens to you. What did I get for that kindness, if you want to call it? She doxed my phone number on the internet, cracked out of her fucking mind while the crackhead sat there next to her, threatening to come and find me if I lived in a birdhouse.
Oh my God, what is wrong with this woman? Holy crap.
What's a birdhouse?
I don't know Canadian slang. And it was coming out of the mouth of somebody who did way too much illicit substance. I won't say his name because he's like Beetlejuice, but that was what I seen from the clip. That was the threat he made. And it was fucking weird. The whole scenario was just weird.
Yeah. Shall we skip along to
yeah.
Yabba?
Because one of the things that Keem did that made me laugh, because I was the same way, was to talk about the wheelhouses, because I didn't know that was an edible. And I thought she was just rolling around in like wheelchairs or whatnot. And I learned way too much from Girl World that I did not need in my brain.
And I don't know how much you follow. Before that panel, she was live. And what's really weird recently is that Chantel just started driving in Kuwait, driving Salah's car, which is Chantel is paying for, but it's his car, but she's paying for it. And she was driving to McDonald's, which she never does. Like, she doesn't get to eat at places like McDonald's anymore. He doesn't let her spend the kind of coin on that kind of food. So I'm wondering, here's one of my scenarios is she told him that you guys were paying her for this. And that's why she got to not only drive the car. I know it sounds crazy, but the shit is crazy. Okay. And this is just one scenario.
See, I don't know if I buy that. I don't know whether he's actually in charge.
I think
it's her that's in charge.
The purse strings, but if he threatens to leave her, he has that over her. It's a weird dynamic.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Just a mess.
Okay. Looks like Bridget's doing her housework there. You carry on, Bridge.
I'm here.
You've got wood flooring. I can hear you walking around.
I went to the kitchen to get something to eat.
We're nearly finished, honey. We just finished on this.
Because why did she go live and get to go to the McDonald's drive-thru? That's where I'm stuck at, okay? And so when that happened and she did the show and all of that other shit went down and she didn't make money from it, and now she's got to tell him, hey, you let me use my money for McDonald's and I don't have any money to get back to you. And also all this other shit happened that I forgot to tell you about. Shit got deep. So she needed to put the blame somewhere. So you guys unfortunately got the blame. You got to learn who the real food beauty is. It's great.
Bro, why doesn't she leave this man? If she's paying for everything, plus he's pooping on other girls, like, come on.
Because, well, you've already said it. One, like she suffers with severe low self-esteem, but she needs to convince the internet of certain things. One thing she needs to convince the internet of is that she's currently constantly losing weight. Like, she's always on a weight loss journey, but she never loses any weight, but she lies and says that she loses weight. It's great, right? And number two is that somebody is fake loving her. And it can't just be any somebody. They got to look a certain way. Like, she's looking for, number one, she doesn't date fat men. She does not.
Well, I just want to have a bit of a giggle at what's happening in the chat here. Yo Mama's getting it.
Oh, yeah.
And not the way he wants it. So he's obviously said something.
Night to go in there, start his nonsense with all of the support group and the Fry gang in there.
There he is. Notice Foodie's haters don't have cams. You ever wonder why?
He's obsessed with that. And even when you have cams, he spends hours doing emergency streams about you anyway. So it's just like, just shush, man.
I know. And
just
also,
clip what you got for your emergency stream and relax.
Yeah. So somebody put, no one cares, crack mama. And then somebody else, they don't need to. Do you know what it is? It's like, and I've noticed it with him, he grabs hold of something and will not let go of it.
Yep.
And that's
because he doesn't have anything else.
Yeah, exactly, because he doesn't have anything else. So the main thing he can go for is that people don't cam up. Yeah. So that's all he's going to keep throwing. You don't cam up. You don't cam up. But there are a lot of people that do cam up. I mean, Snowflake cams up. Pulpy cams up. Geordie does. There's loads that do. So, you know, it's just such a childish thing to keep shouting.
Look, I was just thinking something that I don't know if I should say.
What?
Because Trump got elected, so he said he was going to deport all the families. So maybe he's going to get deported with his whole family.
2025, I'm willing that into existence. That would be extra
That's
nice gift.
Right, bloody cat. That would serve him right.
Yes.
Somebody else has put, shut up, go take care of your kids. No, go take your kids to the park, loser.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. Someone else has put, we aren't bothered by it. We enjoy their personalities. Oh, he's getting it. See, he's not in his hug box, is he there?
Mm-hmm.
So they're all going for him. He's not well liked, is he?
No.
People have seen through him. Even though his numbers are going up and up and up.
And I think the thing is because he likes to attack. And then when you even address him, well, I was just kidding. And it was like, no, you weren't.
No,
That's
no,
why
you
it's
weren't.
just like I can't with that.
Do you know he's got such a poor regulation on his emotions? He should go back. He should go to like making videos. You know, don't go live because he just shows himself up all the time.
He needs the attention. He
Yeah.
needs the immediate attention.
Mm-hmm.
Not like fat men.
Boogie, back
Go
up
ahead.
a little bit. You're echoing Boogie. That's funny.
I'm a little offended by that, for the record. Because how
That's
dare
her
a fat
take.
woman have
In your
standards?
life.
Just you're fat. Come
Listen,
on.
that is her take. That is how she is. She does not like the big dude. She has no problem saying that. But God forbid anybody say anything about her weight. So, anyways, this is a whole marriage. Like they met.
Oh, hang on. Have you seen who's in the chat? Bridge.
Who is that?
Zeta Ray all day. That's her.
I don't know who that is.
So she's the one.
Oh, that girl. Oh, yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
She's bomb. I love her. We love her over here.
Right, she's put, hey, slowly, Max Slowerson. This community was founded on fat crime. They don't come up because they get doxed. Get a clue. Maybe spend more time getting hooked on phonics instead of
Okay, I like whoever she
I
is
love
for
that.
real.
I love that. She's good. I love that. That's so funny. Oh.
On Plenty of Fish, and he had his location set to worldwide. Well, why did he do that, you ask? Why would a person who looks like Salah, is he the best looking guy in the world? No. But is he that bad where he should be dating a death fat like Chantel who brings all these other issues? It's not just her weight, it's everything else that comes with Chantel. She has literally nothing to offer other than her YouTube coin. Okay? So she is desperate to prove to the internet. She's even said this in her last relationship with Nader. Just fake love me. She got on the internet and told this man, he's not a man, he's a fucking crackhead. Please, just fake love me. He would.
True. Right.
Yep,
I'm
I've
loving
seen
this because I'm reading all the chat. Right. Somebody else has said to Yo Mama, you said you don't trust her around your own kids.
Wow.
Ouch. She's getting burned. And I love it.
Wouldn't do that. Even Nader, Snaggletooth, would not pretend to love Chantel, so she found somebody in the Middle East.
Somebody here has said Yo Mama is a PAB. Don't know what that means.
Punk ass bitch.
Oh.
I thought you probably know, Bridge.
Present to you Salah. And by Salah, he is the one who woofs to other women, who now has been exposed for having a scat fetish and a great fetish, I mind you.
Yeah, but could this be a two-way street? Because I'm looking up like the cost of living in Kuwait, and it seems to be 48.1% lower than the United States.
Yeah.
She lives in Canada.
Yeah.
So it seems like here a single person estimated monthly cost is 758 USD. So like her YouTube money goes a lot further in Kuwait than it does in Canada.
I can explain that to you. Okay, so when she first went to Kuwait, she had pretty decent YouTube money. This new statistics you're looking at on her channel is new.
No,
She
that's not
was
on channel.
making bank.
This is something different. I'm just saying, it looks like to me she's trying to escape taxes and have a lower cost of living while having a guy that she finds sexually
Yeah, because
attractive.
if you're Canadian and you make money in another country, you don't have to pay taxes to Canada. Where if you're American, you do. It doesn't matter where you make money in the world, you still have to pay American taxes.
She is trying to escape her debt in Canada. She sold the last thing that she had in Canada, which was her Kia. Her Kia Mobile she kept when she would visa hop and she would go back home to renew her visa. And she sold that. Like she has nothing. She has nothing but debt in Canada. So yeah, she kind of is stuck in Kuwait. She really cannot afford to come back to Canada. Her mother is not going to allow her to live there and do YouTube in her home with all the Marty shit that happened. Pete has moved on.
What's
that was her
wait,
roommate
time
/ baby daddy.
Time out. What is the Marty shit? We don't know anything.
You don't know Marty?
Does he really not know anything?
Keem doesn't really deep dive into people like Foodie Beauty. I mean, he only recognized her because she's verified, but he deals with people who their levels are in the millions versus Chantel, who's in the 100,000s. So he wouldn't have any interest at first.
Yeah.
Okay. Right, that's enough. It's been nearly 2 hours, girls.
Yeah.
I think Bridget expects me to go on for hours. Honey, I've got to do Christmas shopping tomorrow.
Look, it's only 5:30 over here, so you know.
Yeah, we've been on for nearly 2 hours, and it's like 1:30 in the morning. So just let me go. Anyway,
This was lovely.
Yeah, as I said, you're welcome anytime you want. If anyone sees Edna, send her this way. If she doesn't want to come on, then fine.
What is up with Edna? Oh my goodness.
I don't know. I hope everything's all right with her, seriously. Let me have a look on Insta, see if she sent me anything like, oh, I forgot it was Friday. No, she hasn't sent me anything. No doubt I'll hear something. She's always out and about. We always see her anyway, don't we? So, girlies, thanks so much for keeping me company. It was great fun.
Yeah,
Good.
thank you.
Oh, I love that Kalari, opinionated elder. Love that. Do you know, I once did a podcast called Rocking Elders.
Nice.
Kalari. And I actually did it with Dee Higgins, but it was fun. It was fun. So if you want to sort of pick that up, let me know. We can
Kalari, don't let her put you into the elder category. You are in, you're in the category. We are mid right here. We're in the middle. You're with me, Kalari.
We got that nice Gen X where we're old enough to know better, still young enough not to care.
You're gonna have to change the name of the podcast.
All right then. Oh, that's Bridget put me in my place again. Just all the bloody time. Have a great weekend, girlies, and thanks to everybody in the chat. Sasha, was great to see you, and all the lurkers and the people that are watching it on feedback, whatever it's called. You take care of yourselves out there, and because trust me, it's a rotten old world. So until the next one, bye bye for now.